I see a few of you there. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Donna. Don't know who else is there, but I hope you all had a wonderful Cinco de Mayo. We did an event for the Garden Club to talk about Juice Plus and Tower Gardens last night. It was amazing at our country club. It had a good turnout. And we didn't get to do our normal Cinco de Mayo, but they did have chips and salsa. I guess that was a good thing. But I hope y'all had a great day. It's going to be a great day. Today's May the 6th, and we're doing Momentum Mornings. We got today and one more day, hopefully to help you develop a habit of just getting up, kickstarting the day. One of the things I shared, I think the first day was, it's kind of like what I want to do is I want you to grab that smelling salts and sniff it when you first get up and just go and get your day started. Take care of the big rocks. Work hard first so you can play hard later. And one of the things you can do is you can go ahead and download, if you want the little workbook or the little sheet we've been using, you can download that from the website and it'll be right there with you to add stuff as we're talking. Go to makealife.com/BYE 2025 to find it. But let's, good morning, June. Let's invite all of our buddies. That's what we normally do in the mornings. I know Tuesdays is a weird morning because we've not done things on Tuesday morning before. And this is just a special 5 days. We're going to go back to our regular Wednesdays. But if you want to invite people to watch this now, to watch this later, it'll be on Facebook. It will be on a playlist on our YouTube channel very soon, probably after our session tomorrow. All 5 will be on a playlist. So you can invite people. You can grab that printed material right now. Okay, we're going to take 20 minutes. Good morning, Carol Garner. Hey, Carol, guess what? We got a quarterback. It's a good thing. Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs got a quarterback last night. Carol and I share Georgia Bulldog stuff together. We got the number 1 quarterback in the nation. That was good. That's what you call momentum. You want to define momentum. It's getting the leader in place so that the rest of the team falls behind, And I didn't mean to use that illustration, but Carol joined. And, when you get that leader in place, that's what it takes to commit to momentum. And we're talking about you being that leader. Are you willing to bring the other people along with you? Because you can't create the momentum you want by yourself. Think about that. How much momentum can you create by yourself versus how much momentum can you create if you created a team of people to join you in the mission, the plan, the strategy you're on? So leader first. Maybe you need to go recruit some leaders. Okay, good morning, Leanne. Okay, so fuel up is our first strategy. We talk about just getting the good stuff in, making our day operating from a full cup that's overflowing, from a gas tank full of good gas. I don't know if I told you the story, but my wife says one of the stupidest things I've ever done is I love my diesel truck. And it's one of my favorite toys. It was expensive. I mean, it's as nice as any Mercedes or Cadillac on the inside with massaging seats and all that kind of stuff. But it'll also, it'll pull down a house and tow my tractor and all that kind of stuff too. And I'm not worried about getting hit. People get in the way, they need to worry about. My bumper is going to come in at their windshield, that kind of thing. I love my truck. Anyway, I was in a hurry one day and BP pulled a fast one on me. And almost every gas station, fuel station in America, the green handle, see that yellow on that one? That would not be what I would use. Usually the diesel always has a green cover on it. Well, BP's logo is green, and so their regular gas pump is green. So guess what dumb me did? I pulled up to the gas station and I put gas in my diesel truck one day. And guess what my truck did? It said, bad fuel. I am not going to perform today. That's what your body's going to do if you dump the wrong stuff in it. Now, you say, well, I would never dump the wrong stuff in. Well, that's what I said about my truck, and I messed up. But you can say, no, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't put the wrong stuff in. Guess what? The fact that you don't put the good stuff in means you're leaving the door open. You're leaving the gas cap, your fuel door to your car. You're leaving it open for the world to dump in there whatever it wants. You see, you have to take charge and put the good stuff in, close her up, and then take off. So we got to fuel up first. And I got a verse for you today. This is going to be a short fuel up verse. It's one of my favorite verses. And one of the words in scripture that I think contributes to momentum, I thought about growth and progress, but momentum requires perseverance. There's no doubt that sticking with it, sticking with it long enough, pushing the snowball long enough, getting your boat moving in the water, establishing that pipeline full of contacts. We're going to talk about people in a minute. Do you have 3 or 4 months of conversations that you've started so that when you start the next month and the next month, you have so much momentum that you start with a conversation pipeline that's full versus having to start over with 0 in your pipeline every month? That's that perseverance. That was the 3 months you took to build up that pipeline of conversations, okay? So the verse in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1, and I just grabbed this part of that verse. It says, "Let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us." The mission you've chosen to be on, the race, the journey that you've chosen to be on. And this is specifically talking about, living the life God's called you to live, living the life of a believer, a follower of Jesus. So, but this verse also has a principle that applies to the momentum we're trying to establish in our business, that we're to run, not walk, not think about moving, not stick your toe in the water, dive in. Walking is to running what sticking your toe in the water is to diving in the water. So we're called to run, we're called to dive in, and we're called to fight through all the things we have to get the momentum going. Perseverance. Perseverance. Let us run with perseverance the race, the mission marked out for us that we've chosen. Okay? So what I really wanted you to fill you up with that fuel of this verse today, because momentum is not going to be an instant gratification. You can't decide today you want momentum and have it tomorrow. There are things you have to do. And that's what we've been doing every morning, is putting the pebble, places, people, and plans in place to build that momentum. We have to build it. We don't just get it. Good morning, Paula. And good morning, Rusty. I see you're there too. So we've got to make sure that we persevere while we're building. So the building is part of the process, but when you're building, you're not receiving the benefits of the momentum. You're establishing momentum. So you have to persevere while you're establishing, then you enjoy the benefits of having it once you build it. I would compare that to, in our business, momentum with your paycheck and your income is when you've created a business where your 3% bonus is that residual, consistent, faithful income that you and your family get because you've built a business where you're not trading hours for dollars. The perseverance part of establishing momentum, you're trading hours for dollars. You're doing the things today to build your business so that it becomes that momentum benefited business down the road, okay? So that's what that perseverance is going to look like. Now, the next thing we talk about doing every single day is we've talked about starting your engines. And I think about the Kentucky Derby. Somebody put a horse emoji in there if you watched the Kentucky Derby this past week. I did not. I was actually in the grocery store talking to somebody who had been watching it all day, and they were going home to watch the big race. I think it was at 7 o'clock. And principles. Hey, Debbie. So start your engines is the NASCAR, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. It's like the horses that are in the chute about ready to come out for the race. I don't know the right term, whatever you call it. Is it a chute? Is it a starting gate? I don't know what you call it for the horse. But we got to start our engines. And there's some things that have to happen. Just like in a car, you got oil's got to get pressurized. You got spark plugs, ignition, starter. Older cars have carburetors. New cars have fuel injection. And then you get the combustion of that engine just boom, going. And so I like to think of every day, what are the pieces? What are the things that I need to have firing in all cylinders? What do I need to have present? Besides good fuel in my tank, now that I'm full, what is my race that I'm going to run? What's it going to look like today? And I got 4 P's. For those of you that know, this is your 4th day doing this with me. I normally, if it was just an isolated thing and I wasn't talking about all 4, I would say rocks. But what are your big rocks today? We're calling them pebbles because it's a P word. Pebbles, people, plan, and places. So you can download, this is the sheet you would have downloaded from that slide in the beginning if you want me to show you that again. makealife.com/BYE 2025. You can download that sheet. And here we are. But I'm going to walk you through each of these, and then I'm going to give you a few minutes, maybe 5. I'm going to give you a little more time. I really would like for you to write some of these things down today and act. Let's call it, we're going to activate the things necessary to start our engines, to get it going. So one of the first things you need to do is you need to identify what are the big rocks, what are the important things that are non-negotiable must-dos for you today. Okay. I got to send $1,000 bonus check to someone in our business that won a contest we did. I got to get that in the mail. She's excited. I was supposed to have mailed it yesterday and I didn't, so don't tell her. I'm not going to tell you who it is. So I've got to mail that today. It's not a big rock, but I'm getting my hair cut. That's going to take some time today, so I got to make sure I arrange for that. I know that Doug Farrar was on it yesterday, and he put going to the gym. Yep, Tuesdays and Thursdays are my days I work out with my trainer, so I've got that on my big rocks today. I've got 5 people that my new success boxes need to get in the mail to because I had to order some more. I've already put 5 out. I have to get a digital package. Our garden club, there are about maybe 20 or 30 people that want to get a tower garden, I think. And I don't spend a lot of time on tower gardens, but it just so happens that I got asked about that, and I did it last night, and it was a successful venture. And a lot asked about Juice Plus too, so I got to follow up with that. So put some of your big. Carol and I are twinsies. She's got a hair appointment too. I don't call mine a hair appointment. I just call it a haircut. My son Zach, I said I need to go. I'll go buy some shampoo. Zach says he has to go buy some hair product. So I guess that's more like a hair appointment. I know yours and Lori's are way more expensive than mine are, Carol. So I just call mine a haircut. But yes, those are things that have to get done. So what are your big rocks today? Are you going to, what's one big, I've got a big rock at noon today. Does anybody else have a big rock at noon today? Rusty says it's a starting gate. Rusty knows. Rusty's my horse partner. At noon today, you better be on the May kickoff call. Come on now. The May kickoff call is today at noon. So you got to be on that today. So what are your big rocks? That's one thing. People. Who are the people you're going to come in contact with as you just normally do life today? Like as you go out, I'm going to talk to Nisha that cuts my hair. I'll talk to her about the new superfoods today. Who are you going to talk to about that you're going to just run into just by doing life? Pickleball, golf course, gas station, haircut, school, colleagues, gym, aerobics, grocery store, veterinarians. Lori's got to go pick up something to the vet for the dogs. Who are you going to run into today that if you weren't doing anything else, you're just going to run into them by the nature of what your day looks like? Put them down, and then who are you going to proactively reach out to, phone call, text, that you're going to start conversations with that you have not yet reached out to, and who you got to follow up with. So I think of that. I haven't told you all this before, but I think of hot, warm, and cold conversations, and you have to make all 3 of those every day. Cold is it's not a cold call, like you're like dialing for dollars in the phone book. No, this is someone that you're talking to that you know, but Juice Plus is cold to them. You've never started a Juice Plus conversation with them. So cold. So let's say you want to do 5 cold calls. You want to do 5 warm calls. Warm calls are following up with people that you've had the first conversation with. They've not made a decision yet. And then hot phone calls are people on your team or customers that you're going to educate, encourage, motivate, take to the next level. So think about making each of those kind of calls. Who are those people you're going to call today? Who are the people you're going to cold call, warm call, and hot call today? Lastly, or next to last, plan. You got to strategically plan this day out. And my everyday looks like this for the most part. I get up early. I got my big rocks done. I work hard so I can play hard. I like to play. I like to be in my pool, my boat, my lake, the golf course, the pickleball courts. at my farm, I like to do those kind of things. I like to go to Georgia football games, my grandkids baseball games, all those things. I love to do those things. Okay. But I got to get the work done first. So what are you going to do to make sure you get done what's important, what you have to do so that you can work hard and you can celebrate that you worked hard and play hard later in the day. Okay. And then places. What events? One of the places I've got to be at today is at noon today. I got to be on Zoom for our May kickoff call. I've already sent text out and invited 20 people to be on it. Okay. So are you doing that? What another event? What are you doing on Thursday, May the 8th? Our company is launching their own corporate boards page, and we're getting boards for the entire company this Thursday, May the 8th. Do you have those things on your calendar? Those are the places. So I want you to take the next, let's say, I'm going to give you 3 minutes, and then we'll wrap up with the last two. I'm going to give you 3 minutes to fill out what I just told you to fill out. I gave you some ideas. Grab this sheet of paper, write out your plan. Big rocks, people, your strategy, how are you going to get it done today, and what places or events are a part of your day or this week that you need to get on your calendar. Go. Now, can you hear me? Thanks, Carol. I must have muted. I didn't mean to. Sorry, guys. Okay. I have no idea how long I've been muted. But anyway, so we're talking about putting the pedal to the metal, creating that moment of inertia, getting that initial catalyst to kick off your day. So there's a couple reasons to help you do that. One could be you're going to think about the consequences of not jumping in there and seizing the day. Carpe diem, getting it done. Think about this. Of your big rocks, who are you going to have to apologize to if you don't take care of it? Is it just you, or does you doing that big rock affect other people? What information are you going to miss if you don't make sure you get that Zoom call or event you're supposed to be at scheduled, if it's not recorded, what are you going to miss? Who on your team are you going to need to have that information so that you can share it and push it down the pipeline? What are those consequences? Sometimes they're big, so you better get going. What I like to look at, though, really is I like to look at what are the benefits of me getting up, seizing the day, getting things done so that I don't have pressure on me. I don't like, how many of you enjoy operating under pressure? Now, I didn't say how many of you perform better under pressure. I'm saying how many of you enjoy operating better under pressure. Okay. So, Carol, what's tonight? The kickoff call is today, isn't it? Somebody, I just saw a message last minute to invite to wow. Wendy's call tonight. That's right. Wendy's got a call tonight. The wow is in the Y. So that's going to be tonight. I forgot about that call. So you got 3 things this week. The Wendy's call tonight. You've got the kickoff call today and the boards launch on Thursday that I know of for sure you need to get on your calendar. So what are the benefits? Well, I think about, the consequences of not doing things, not getting started. The benefits are you're equipped with the information and things you need to have the conversations with the people you need to have conversations with. You fueled up with good stuff to have a full tank of good fuel. Now you need to have the tools to go out there and use and share. Okay. So I want you to process today. What are the consequences if I don't seize the moment, start establishing momentum, seizing the day? And what are the benefits if I do? I operate better seeing the benefits of tomorrow, seeing the end of the benefits of doing what I need to do versus the downside of not doing it. That's the way I operate better, okay? So I don't know about you guys, but what I want you to do now, I want you to seize today. You're going to have you've got about an hour before our May kickoff call. Why don't you see how many of those big rocks you can knock out in the next hour, okay? And we'll have our last momentum mornings tomorrow. It's going to be our May Start Well call. We're going to start with our momentum mornings. We're going to move right into starting the month off, and we'll do both calls tomorrow morning at 10:30, okay? It'll be more than 20 minutes tomorrow. But see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Thanks for joining.